Okay, in this video, I'm going to go over two things that were a game changer. Well, I don't say game changer, but definitely made my life a lot easier. One is going to be the duck head adapter for the Harbor Freight manual tire changer, which you're going to see that in just a minute. I took a video of me mounting and unmounting tires. But here's another one. I saw this on a YouTube short and been wanting to try it out. So check this. So basically, I got to put transmission fluid in the trans, and it's always a pain to either get a pump, but I saw somebody where they basically pressurized this, and then the tube, the pressure inside the bottle basically just forced the fluid right into the transmission. I already put 1 quart in, super easy. This is how I did it. I had extra valve stems for the wheels, so I basically just cut a hole in the top, pop that on there, so that way I can use this, and just of course you don't want to do too much pressure, so I can at least go nice and slow. And then I basically just took a lighter and heated up the side of the bottle there, and once it got soft, I just pushed the tube right in and taped it up. So, but check this out. This is pretty sick. Just gotta hang in there and watch. I give a little pressure, shoots it right in. Leaks a little bit, but I think that's fine, because the first time I did it, I had a little, maybe too sealed. It almost felt like I was gonna pop the bottle. So I think having it leak a little bit of pressure out is probably fine. And yeah, made my life way easier. here's a tire changer. I purchased this ring separate because the kit that I bought, these didn't fit. Came with this one and came with this one, which I actually really like this one, but they just don't fit. You know, I may be able to kind of like hone them out a little bit to make it fit, but they just don't fit. So this is the one I bought, which was off of eBay, and I bought like the $30 one. I bought the cheapest one, really, which was fine because this came put together, and I think the duck head is pretty good. But again, these were too small, so I had to buy a different one that fit. And then I bought these also off of Amazon, which definitely are a huge help, as you saw in the video, to get the tire mounted. These were like 20 bucks for two. And then I bought these, I think it was like 20 or 30 bucks for two as well on Amazon. But again, this was the cheapest duck head adapter that you can get. I'd probably recommend getting the more expensive one, maybe like the $80 one, because the metal on the $80 one is a little thicker. As you can see, this isn't as thick as some of the other ones, but it did the job, as you can see. So that made a huge difference and made my life so much easier. The next thing I'm going to do is I bought some angle iron. I'm going to add some bracing because these things tend to bend and bow out over time. I've had one of these before, so I'm basically just going to like weld it together like that to try to give it a little extra strength, and then it should be good. Probably put a magnet here. I've seen some people talk about putting a magnet because when you're trying to put the wheel on, this kind of falls to the side. It's a pain. And then I may put a magnet here, so when I am changing a tire, I could just leave that there and it'll stay there. It fell and hit me in the face earlier today, so that wasn't too cool. So I'm probably going to do that. Other than that, Harbor Freight tire changer with the duck head adapter, a game changer.